Welcome to Villamania YouTube channel. Following the requests of our subscribers, we are going today in our tutorial craft this lovely peyote stitch bracelet with small red hearts. It's a very nice, easy work to do. And of course, as always, in the description section of this video, the pattern is available for you to download. As always, our pattern is explaining to you every step of the craft with detailed explanations of every loop or every step or every turn you need to do with your thread. Please, of course, like this video, leave us a comment if you want us to create more tutorials, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell to get the notifications. Let's look into the materials which we will need. We will need Miyuki Delica beads, white, number 351. For the red, I'm using 2119. You can also use 2120. We will need a Miyuki thread. I'm using white because the bracelet has a lot of white color. A Miyuki threading needle, number 11, and a pair of scissors. If you are new to peyote stitch crafting, I recommend you to watch our tutorial on how to start a peyote stitch. The link to that you can see right now in the right upper corner of the screen. It's simple and it explains to you a lot of additional details. Now let's move to rows 1, 2, and 3. In these rows, we're going to have our white beads. So first we need to put 8 white beads at the same time on our thread. So we put a stop bead and we leave about 20 centimeters of the thread left to finish our bracelet. And then we put 8 white beads all at the same time together on the needle and we pull them through until they reach the stop bead. Now we will make the row number 3. So we pick up one new white bead, skip the first bead on the thread and put our needle through the second bead. Some sort of T shape or brick wall is shaped. We pick up another bead, skip the bead number 3, and put the needle through the bead number 4, like this. Now we pick up another new bead, skip one, and put our needle through the bead number 6. And finally, one more bead, skip one, and put our needle through the bead number 8. Now you can see the brick wall, which was shaped because of our work. We pull the stop bead just a little bit closer to our work for the work not to be moving around and to be stable. Now we move to row number 4. In this row, we're going to have 4 white beads. So we pick up one bead and move our needle through the neighboring bead, which stands out in some sort of shape of the brick wall. Pick up another one, put the needle through the standing out bead, and repeat it for 2 more white beads. So 1, and the last one for this row. And you can see our peyote is starting to shape. Now we move to row number 5. In this row, we have 1 red and 3 white beads. So we pick up 1 red, put it through the neighboring bead, and then we add 3 white beads. And you can see again our peyote is being shaping. Let's move to row number 6. In this row, we're going to have 3 white and 1 red bead. So 3 whites, and 1 red. Row number 7. In this row, we're going to have 2 red and 2 white beads. So we stitch 2 reds and 2 whites. Next row, row number 8, in which we have 2 white and 2 red beads. So we stitch 2 white beads and 2 red ones. Our next row is row number 9. In this row, we have 3 red and 1 white bead. So we do 3 reds, 1, 2, 3, and 1 white. Our next row, number 10, has 1 white bead and 3 red ones. So we do 1 white and 3 reds. And we exit from the red bead, and now we will need to add 2 additional beads to shape our heart. Now we will need to add 2 red beads to shape the left upper part of the heart. So we pick up 2 red beads, and then we sort of move left from where our thread goes out, skipping 1 bead and putting our needle through 2 beads from the left side, as you can see on the screen. So 2 beads diagonally. And now we return backwards to where we actually started this adding of the 2 beads. So we sort of make a loop from the thread to add those 2 additional red beads on top of our heart. As always in our tutorial, let's have a look at what we've done in the schematic drawing. So we came all the way from here. Then we pick up 2 red beads. We added them on the thread and we pulled the needle through them. Then we returned to 1 bead, which was the third on the left, moved diagonally backwards 1 more time, turned around, and exited from 2 other diagonal beads to actually came to the point from which we started making the loop. Now we continue making other part of the heart. So we go into row 11. We made this loop with our thread. We went out of the red bead, and now our next row has 3 reds and 1 white. So 3 red beads and 1 white. We turn around and move to row 12, in which we have 2 white and 2 red beads. So we do 2 whites and 2 reds. Our next row, 13, has 2 red and 2 white beads. So we do 2 reds and 2 whites. Now we move to row 14. So it has 3 white and 1 red bead. So here are 3 white beads and 1 red. Row 15. In this row we have 1 red and 3 white beads. That's the last row for our heart. So 1 red, 3 white beads. Here we are. And now we move to row 16, in which we have 4 white beads. And after making this row, we will add 2 more red beads to finish the right upper part of our heart. So 4 white beads. And we exit into the red top bead of our heart. And now we will need to add 2 additional beads to shape the right upper part of our heart. So again, we exit through the red bead. We pick up 2 additional red beads. We go left, we skip 1 bead and put our needle through the third red bead on the left. So just like this. Put our needle through. Then we go 1 step up into the neighboring red bead. like this. And now we need to put our thread back to where we sort of started making this loop. So we go through 2 beads at the same time diagonally, and we exit exactly where we started, making this part of job. Here is our first small red heart already made. So let's do the second one. In next step, we will do 3 rows, 17, 18, and 19. Each of these rows has 4 white beads in it. So we'll do 3 rows with 4 white beads in each of the row. I'll speed up the video just a little bit. So 4 white beads for the row 17. Four white beads for row 18. And 4 white beads for row 19. Now we're ready to start creating the second heart. We're going to repeat exactly the same steps. So row 20 has 1 red and 3 white beads, 1 red and 3 whites. Row 21 has 3 whites and 1 red bead. So we do 3 white beads and 1 red. Row 22, it has 2 red and 2 white beads. So we do 2 red beads and 2 whites. Now we move to row 23. We have 2 white and 2 red beads in this row. So we do 2 whites and 2 reds. Here is our work so far. Now we move to row 24. In this row we have 3 reds and 1 white bead. So we add 3 red beads and 1 white. Now we move to row 25. In this row we have 1 white and 3 red beads. And in the end of this row we will again shape the upper part of the heart. So let's do 1 white and 3 red beads. We exit from the red bead. And now we will add 2 additional red beads for one part of our heart. So we pick up 2 red beads. Once again, we sort of go backwards into the 3rd bead in the top. We put our needle through 2 red beads in diagonal, connecting the 2 red beads on the top. And now we need to return to the point where we started. So again, we go diagonally back through 2 beads to close the loop and to be at the right place for the next step, like this. So we shaped 1/2 of our heart, and now we can move and craft the second half. So we move to row 26. In this row we have 3 reds and 1 white bead. So let's do it. 3 red beads, 1, 2, 3, and 1 white. Row 27. In this row, we have 2 whites and 2 red beads, 2 whites and 2 reds. Row 28. In this row, we have 2 red beads and 2 whites. Red, another red, white, and another white. Row 29. In this row, we have 3 whites and 1 red bead, 3 whites, and 1 red. Now we move to row 30. In this row, we have 1 red and 3 white beads. So we do 1 red and 1, 2, and 3 whites. And now we move to the last row, which is row 31. In this row, we're going to have 4 white beads, and then we will add additional 2 reds to finish the shape of our heart. So let's do 4 white beads. As we have done previously, now we are going to add 2 additional red beads to finish the shape of our heart. So we pick up 2 red beads at the same time on the needle. We go backwards into the 3rd bead on the left, and we move the needle through 2 red beads on diagonal, going sort of from left to right. And then we turn our work and we go back to where we started making this loop, going through 2 red beads at the same time, diagonally, like this. And now our second heart is also shaped. From this point, your cycle will be repeating. So pretty much what you will do, you will repeat all the previous steps I've already shown to you. So your next row is this row, which consists of 4 white beads. And this row is exactly as the row number 2. So this cycle from row 2 to row 31 is repeatable. So you just repeat the steps you already made to make the bracelet the length you need. Let's have a look at what we crafted together. So I repeated my hearts 6 times. So I make in total 6 pairs of the hearts. So 12 hearts in total. And that gave me the bracelet of 16 centimeters length, which is good for me. I added a normal traditional clasp in the shape of the small golden heart. If you do not know how to make the ending for the bracelet, please have a look into our tutorial called Sunflower Bracelet. In this tutorial, I explain in details how to make this small ending of the bracelet. I hope you like what we crafted together. Also in the pattern, which you can download in the description section of this video, there is a bonus pattern for this beautiful small ring, which you can add to your bracelet and make a jewelry set. It's crafted with the same principle. I hope you really like this set as I do. And I also hope you will like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell to receive our notification, and leave us a comment of which other jewelry you want us to create tutorials for. Thank you for watching us.